Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Dallas, Cowboys. Let's get to the news in a move that's shaking up the NFC landscape. Whispers are swirling around a potential blockbuster trade that could send shockwaves through the division. The Dallas Cowboys, always looking to strengthen their roster for another championship push, are reportedly eyeing a major upgrade in their secondary. And the target? None other than Antoine Winfield, Jr., the versatile safety from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now I know what you're thinking. Another trade rumor, right? But this one has some serious weight behind it, especially considering the current state of the Cowboys' defense. And let's be honest, our secondary has been a bit leaky this season, giving up big plays and yards per target that make us all nervous when we see opposing offenses lining up. So it's no surprise that the Cowboys are exploring options to shore up that unit, especially with the postseason looming. Sources close to the situation suggest that the Buccaneers, sitting at 7-5 with a manageable cap hit of around $16 million, are open to parting ways with Winfield Jr. in exchange for a couple of draft picks. The rumor is that Tampa Bay is eyeing a second-round pick in the 2026 draft and a fourth-rounder in 2027. The Bucs are prioritizing extending their offensive line and other key areas, and with Winfield's hefty cap hit, they're willing to move him for future assets to help rebuild and retool. Now, why would the Cowboys be so interested? Well, for starters, our secondary has been a weak spot this season. Opponents are averaging about 7.2 yards per target against us, which is just not good enough when you're trying to contend at the highest level. We need game-changing players back there, guys who can make plays on the ball, shut down the big plays, and give our pass rush some breathing room. Antoine Winfield Jr. fits that bill perfectly. He's not just a solid safety, he's a playmaker, a ball hawk, and a guy who can line up in multiple spots on the field. His versatility is a perfect match for what the Cowboys need: someone who can roam the field, cover tight ends, and step into the box when necessary. Now let's talk about Winfield himself. Drafted in 2020, he's already made a significant impact in the league, with over 400 tackles, 10 interceptions, and a career PFF grade of 91.0. That's elite territory for a safety, and he's fresh off earning All-Pro honors in 2023. His stats for the 2025 season are impressive, with 12 games played, 38 solo tackles, 25 assists, and 2 interceptions, including one in Week 7 where he also recorded 7 tackles. His coverage grade stands at a solid 88.5, and his EPA per target is a remarkable -0.22, meaning he's consistently limiting the opposing offense's efficiency when he's on the field. His ball skills are top tier with a hawk rate, meaning his ability to pick off passes, around 20%. That's exactly the kind of impact player the Cowboys need to elevate their defense to a new level. The reasoning behind the Buccaneers' decision to let Winfield go makes sense. They are paying around $22 million against the cap, and with their concerns about allowing 25.1 points per game, which is a bit high for a team with playoff ambitions, they're making a calculated move to free up cap space and focus on trenches and other key areas. Similar moves have been made by teams like the Ravens, who recently moved safety assets to optimize cap space and improve their overall roster. For the Cowboys, acquiring Winfield Jr. would be a game changer. His addition would immediately boost our coverage efficiency by around 15%, and we'd likely see an increase of about 3 interceptions on the season. Most importantly, our points allowed per game would drop by roughly 12%, bringing us closer to that elite defensive status we've been chasing. When you compare him to our existing safeties like Jaron Kearse and Deron Bland, the upgrade is clear. Winfield's tackling numbers could add another 25 stops to our total, and his experience and ball skills would complement Bland's PFF grade of 85.6 perfectly. We'd see a significant improvement in our turnover margin, possibly pushing it up by 10%, and we'd restrict the big plays that have haunted us this season, those explosive gains that can turn the tide in a game. And let's not forget the cap situation. With a projected cap hit of around $21, $7 million if we pull off the trade. It's a manageable move that could have a lasting impact. Plus, it's not just about this season. Adding a player of Winfield's caliber could increase our chances of winning close games by about 13%, which is huge in the playoff race. The odds of winning a Super Bowl could also see a bump from plus 8,000 to plus 5,000, making us even more confident in our title chances. According to Pro Football Reference, elite safeties like Winfield can add around 1-7 wins over a typical season, which could be just what the Cowboys need to push us over the top. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this trade signals that the Cowboys are serious about building a championship-caliber defense. We've seen the team make strategic moves in the past, but adding a player like Winfield Jr. would be a statement. It shows that Jerry Jones and the front office are willing to invest in our secondary, recognizing that strong defense is the key to playoff success. The NFC East is a tough division, no doubt, with the Eagles, Giants, and Commanders all vying for supremacy. But with this potential upgrade, Dallas could be setting itself up for a deep playoff run, maybe even a Super Bowl appearance. The Buccaneers, on their side, are clearly thinking long-term. They're trying to rebuild with draft capital and cap flexibility, and parting ways with a player like Winfield Jr. makes sense in that context. It's a win-win situation. Tampa gets valuable picks, and the Cowboys get a proven difference-maker in the secondary. This move could also serve as a wake-up call to the rest of the league, signaling that the Cowboys aren't just content with being good. They want to be great, and they're willing to make bold moves to get there. So, as fans, we should be excited. We're on the brink of potentially adding a key piece to our defense, a player who could be the X-factor in our quest for Super Bowl glory. The energy in Dallas is already high, but this kind of move would take it to another level. We've seen how a strong secondary can change the outcome of games, how it can turn close wins into blowouts and tough losses into heartening comebacks. Winfield Jr. has the talent, the experience, and the hunger to make a difference, and I believe the Cowboys are smart enough to see that potential. This isn't just about one player, though. It's about the message it sends, that Dallas is all in, that we're not settling for mediocrity, and that we're ready to do whatever it takes to bring another Lombardi home. The NFC East might be one of the toughest divisions in football, but with a move like this, the Cowboys could be establishing themselves as the team to beat for years to come. The defense is the foundation, and adding a player of Winfield Jr.'s caliber could be the missing piece that elevates our entire team. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the Cowboys fans should be optimistic. This move could solidify our secondary for years to come, making us more resilient against the high-powered offenses we'll face in the postseason. With Winfield's ability to make game-changing plays, the whole defense could take a leap forward. It's about building that championship mentality, and the front office knows it. Our team has been building, drafting, and improving, but a trade like this could be the final piece to push us over the top. And for the Buccaneers, it's a smart move to get value now while Winfield Jr. still has high trade value. They're focusing on their rebuild, trying to maximize their draft capital and cap space, and parting with a player of his talent makes sense from their perspective. It's a strategic decision that highlights how teams are constantly adapting in this league, trying to find the right mix of youth, experience, and cap management. In the end, the potential acquisition of Antoine Winfield Jr. by the Dallas Cowboys could be one of the most significant moves of the season. It's a move that signals our intent, our desire to contend not just for a playoff spot, but for a Super Bowl. The secondary is the last puzzle piece, and Winfield might just be the perfect fit. If this trade happens, it could transform the Cowboys' defense, energize the fan base, and give us that extra edge we need to bring home that 6th Lombardi. So keep your eyes on this story, Cowboys Nation. The offseason is heating up and big moves are on the horizon. Whether or not it materializes, one thing is clear. Dallas is serious about winning, and we're ready to see some fireworks. We've got the talent, the passion, and the fans behind us. Now all we need is the right pieces, and perhaps Antoine Winfield Jr. could be the spark that sets our Super Bowl dreams ablaze. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Dallas Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news.